Hello, welcome to my new house and my bakery. We've got a lot to catch up on. Alright, so I actually am not sure when my last video took place. I can't remember what it was about, at least my last long form video. I can't remember when it took place or what it was about. It's been that long. And I apologize. I had so many ideas. I had so many things I wanted to talk about and help you learn and teach you. And then life got really crazy. Let me just very quickly catch you up and then give you some insight on what is going to happen in the future. Last April, we had family visiting us in Seoul. We were still living in South Korea, and one of those family members fell and broke her hip. And we had to stay in Busan, because that's where it happened, and help her and her family that came to help her navigate all of that. Because the medical system in South Korea, or in just any foreign country, is overwhelming. And at the time, there was a doctor strike happening as well. So that was really, really hard to navigate, and it was just kind of crazy. And then immediately following that, we had to start packing and selling everything because we were moving back to the States. So we had like a mini weird little in-home garage sale thing. Sold a bunch of our stuff, got rid of a bunch of our stuff, packed up all of our stuff, and in June we moved back to our home state of Oklahoma. We had to live with our families for a month, and then we finally were able to move into our rent house in July. We got settled in here in our house, and we hit the ball. No, that's not the that's not the saying. Hit the ground running with moving in, adjusting back to life in the States, Caleb's new job, and then me starting a sourdough micro bakery in August. Pretty much since August to now, it's February, we have just been running nonstop. We've been doing events for the bakery. We've been trying to figure out how to make a profit with the bakery. We've been trying to adjust to life back in the States, because if you've never lived overseas, you don't really understand the toll that moving back to your home country takes, especially when you would have lived overseas for the rest of your life, like in our case. But the Lord called us home. You don't really understand the reverse culture shock unless you've actually lived it. And so we've really been struggling with that reverse culture shock for the last year, or not year, for the last like 5 months or whatever. And that's another reason why I wanted to share this video, is that my whole channel is all about helping you grow in your faith and helping you study your Bible well. But part of why I haven't been posting is because I have not been studying my Bible well. In this season, it's very overwhelming. And I mean, I have a toddler now. He is into everything. He wants to sit with me all the time. He wants me to hold him all the time. And so actually getting my Bible study in is very, very difficult. And so I wanted to share that. I wanted to share like that this is a really rough season, and I'm not studying my Bible much at all. And so I just wanted to like post it in solidarity to like remind you that sometimes seasons are really, really difficult, and sometimes all you can do is pray, or all you can do is recite the verse that you've memorized in the past. I don't know if this is going to be encouraging or anything to anyone, but I hope that this video lets you know that it's okay to stop studying for a little bit, or to like give yourself grace in a really, really hard season, to not put that pressure on yourself that it has to be exactly perfect, or this like perfect quiet time routine every morning with your coffee and highlighters and all the things. Sometimes it's just turning on your audio Bible and listening to it while you're making breakfast for your toddler, which is what I do a lot of days. And he yells at me and gets mad because he doesn't want to listen to mama's stuff. But this is kind of rambly. I'm going to try to not make it super duper long, but I wanted to kind of give some context of like, where have I been? What's been going on? That's what's been going on. I just honestly haven't had content because I haven't been studying the Bible. But I guess I could have been sharing these snippets or whatever, but I've been trying to wrap my brain around it too. Like, it's hard to share, for me personally, it's hard to share difficult things when I'm actively going through them. Like, I want to process them internally and in private first before I share them online. That's just how I prefer it. I know the internet is a wild place and a lot of people don't do that, but it's just something I've always guarded in myself. Right now, I'm lucky if I can study once a week, like really sit down and study. Other times I'm listening on audio Bible, or I'm repeating a verse that I have memorized in my head, or I'm just praying to get through the day. And sometimes worship looks like that, and it's still worship. Like, we don't need to minimize it. It doesn't have to be this grandeur thing for it to be worthy, and for it to be pleasing to the Lord. So that's kind of a recap of what's been going on. Another thing, like, in these last few months that I've been thinking about is like, what do I want to do with this channel? Where do I want to go with it? And I still really want to share tips and tricks and real life moments with you all. It's just very difficult to do, like, with a toddler. Like, I can barely study my Bible, so how am I supposed to film anything and edit it and post it and all that? What I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm, for the most part, going to upload some raw clips, like videos and stuff, with not a lot of editing. I just think it needs to be a little bit more raw for what the season of life I'm in. And two, I think that my tips and tricks are going to have to be a lot more applicable because of the season of life that I'm in. Like, it's not going to be these like cookie cutter sit down videos of like telling you step by step exactly what to do. It's going to just be like me telling you, this is just what I do. This is what works for me, and you can take it or you can leave it. And I hope it encourages you to do the same for yourself. Like, find a system or find tips that work for your season of life. So like, everything that I do isn't going to work for your season, but you might be able to cherry pick certain things that I do. So I think that's what's going to happen moving forward. I hope that's okay with you guys. I still want to eventually get to a point where I can do some sit down study videos. That's something I really enjoy. But part of this, like, I guess, imposter syndrome that I've been struggling with is that we've been here in the States for nearly a year and we have still not found a church home. Every time we've moved to a new place, I don't know what happens in mine and Caleb's brain, but we really struggle to find a church home. Like, it takes us like 1 to 2 years to find a church home. Maybe we're picky. I don't know. I don't think we are. We have high standards. That could be another video, I guess. So we haven't found a church home, so we're not like actively plugged in. We're not, I'm not going to Bible study weekly. I tried BSF locally, but I don't know if it's gonna be the right fit for me. So yeah, we're just still like struggling to find our place back in our home state, which is kind of weird to think about, because we should fit in, you know? We've lived here for the majority of our lives. Very rambly video. Sorry about that, but I have like 5 minutes where I can actually make a video with my hair done and my makeup done and all that before Caleb and Asher get back. But I hope this video was somewhat encouraging or enjoyable. I promise I'm going to try to do more. Again, it's really hard in this season of life, so bear with me, give me some grace. But I do enjoy it. Like, I enjoy filming and editing and teaching. So I hope that this will be good for you. and that you'll come back even though I've given YouTube a bit of a break. But maybe a lot of videos will be shorts, some more raw videos with not a lot of edits, and I hope you enjoy those. If you don't, let me know. If you do, let me know. Comment it down below and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed for future videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some insight as to what's been going on in my life for the last year. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to YouTube. I'm excited to like do something that's not like filled with pressure. Like I want to get back to doing this for fun, you know? That's the whole reason I started it, was just to like have a fun hobby that I enjoyed and that benefited other people and made their lives better and pointed them to Christ. So I hope this video does that for you, and I hope future videos do too. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend, or great whenever you watch this, and I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. Bye.